Big boy sell-off. What happened here? Yo. Damn, we're getting a bunch of people, dude. What the heck? Yo, why did Bitcoin just like take a dump? You guys see that? Everybody can hear me, right? I just want to make sure everybody can actually hear me. I just want to make sure that everybody's on here. Everybody can hear. I unfortunately got stopped out from one of my longs that I had on Forex. I just lost like a couple $100 because of this big ass dump on BTC right now, man. Damn. See, look what happened. What the heck, dude? It was random. This was a random dump. This was not something that this is definitely one entity selling this off right here. And the bad part is you actually broke under support. So, we're way back at 59K. That's the really bad part. The really bad part is you actually broke support, and it looks like it's going to keep trailing down. I can easily see Bitcoin going like this, like that, like down to possibly, I don't know, somewhere like here, maybe like 57. You know what? Actually, talking to you guys right now, I should probably close my longs on Bitcoin because it might actually, I don't know if it's going to recover, but I definitely think it can keep going down. And I can more than likely get stopped out fully if I don't close out my positions right now. So give me like 10 seconds so I can close out these positions, because if I do not close this out, I will more than likely get stopped out and I will lose a pretty nice chunk of change. Actually, you know what? Let me not close them out. Let me not FOMO into closing this out really quick. But oh, okay, cool. Yeah, man. I don't think it's market manipulation. I just think it's one person selling out of this. So it's just one big. Unfortunately, I guess you can call it market manipulation. The bad part is that it did break support. It broke trend. So like I said, you can see it running down to like, I don't know, possibly here, maybe like 58, 135, somewhere around this area. I don't know. You can possibly see it do something like that, where you have it kind of like set up, like where you have it like, where maybe like this area right here, somewhere here, maybe. Somewhere like right there, maybe. We can possibly go down to like there. See if I can change the colors really quick. Yeah, so I can maybe, because look, it wicked down all the way to 58.9. Usually when you have a big ass wick like that, like most of the time it ends up doing this, right? So you're here, you end up wicking all the way down, you end up recovering up here, you hit this area, and then you just go all the way back down. That's usually what happens in a case like this. So, don't be surprised if you see something like this happen where, here, let me zoom in a little bit so it's easier for you guys. So usually when you have big sell-offs like that, it usually sells off, recovers up to here, and then sells off right here. So I think I'm going to hold, wait for it to recover here, and then more than likely get out of my longs. So there's a strong chance that, if it doesn't recover, you can definitely see these levels down here. I think at most, you might see it down like at 57.5, 57K. But, there's a strong chance that you can see it around this level. Like, yeah, that was just a random big sell-off, dude. I don't know what happened. Super crazy that I just sold off like that. Thoughts on Matic? I like Matic, dude. Personally, I actually really like Matic. I think Matic is a really good crypto. And I think the only problem that I see with Matic, and I'm actually happy I sold out of Matic because, oh, I guess it is going to what I said. So touch, come back down here, run up, come back down. So, I would have thought that we would have actually bounced up here, but because we just sold off, you see how we just created a stronger candle on the 4 hour for the low side? The daily what? Daily is daily is about to break bearish. So, don't be surprised if we come back down here to like $1.20. Don't be surprised if that happens because it's not right now. If crypto recovers, then fantastic. If it bounces from here, then great. But it needs to recover, or else you're gonna see Matic, you're gonna see all the other altcoins, everything. You're gonna see it like not do as well as it can do. If that makes any sense. But yeah, I think Matic's great. I think Matic's perfectly fine. I think Matic's actually gonna run back to more than likely like what is it? Back up to here. I think Matic can definitely hit 280 again. I think it's popular. I think it's been running a lot. It's really not that bad at all. The only thing that I really see anything else happening is, like I said, everything will dump when Bitcoin dumps. So if Bitcoin dumps really hard, then that's like really, really bad for every single other crypto. Let me see. Can we do this? I wouldn't really. No. I guess that can still work. Technically, I mean, this is just for Matic though, right? I mean, I guess for Matic, technically, if we actually started creating candles above here, I can see it run super high. But I mean, that's not perfect, so I don't think I would use it. But I think everything is just dumping right now because because Bitcoin actually sold off. So don't be surprised if in the next couple of hours you actually see Bitcoin and relatively every other crypto just kind of take a dump. So don't be surprised if that happens because that's pretty crazy. Where are you seeing us going now for Bitcoin? I think back to like if we do not recover fast. So I think if Bitcoin doesn't recover pretty quickly, I think we're going down to like 57K. So if you're like just joining the live, usually what happens when you see a pretty big drop like that, see, look, you're already kind of recovering a little bit, but here, I'll show you guys what usually happens. So what usually happens when you have like a drop like this is from down here, you actually end up recovering like up to here. And then on this point, it just kind of ends up trailing right back down. So, do not be surprised if you actually see Bitcoin recover to here and then drop all the way back down to maybe like 58, 57. I'm thinking it can possibly drop to around this level right here. So recover up to like maybe 60K and then start another drop. But or even hit trend, right? It can even come back here, hit trend support, and then come all the way back down. But let me see. The weekly is still bullish. It's kind of hard to. I mean, the daily is definitely bearish right now. You have a pretty easy daily bear trigger that's gonna close in 2 hours and 50 minutes. So it's momentum to the bull side is not looking good for Bitcoin at all right now. Like I said, I think right now I hope it recovers, but my bias right now on Bitcoin is that it's probably gonna go down to this level. It's probably gonna run down to the 50 MA. So don't be like I said, don't be surprised if it does something like this. Like if you have the 50 MA kind of running this way like that, and then you have Bitcoin kind of drop, from low point, you have it run back up here, and then you kind of have it drop back to like the 50 MA. I don't know, somewhere around that area maybe. Don't be surprised if it does something like that where it recovers, comes right back down. That's usually what happens with these like sudden drops like that. So my bias, unfortunately, is down. That's what I think, which sucks because I'm holding and two. The crappy part here is that you're gonna see a lot of positions suffer on Monday if you don't recover. So for example, if you have stocks like Bitfarms, stocks like Riot, stocks like Mara, stocks like SOS, whatever. If you have tickers like that, it's more than likely going to suffer. You're gonna have these drop more than actual crypto. So, the crazy part is you actually could have crossed a bull week on Bitfarms this upcoming week, but I think after today's sell-off, if we do not recover, you might see this go all the way back down to here. So, if if Bitcoin does not recover, expect all the stocks like BITF, BTBT, like I said, Riot, Mara, HUD 8 Mining, whatever. Expect all those to possibly drop to where they previously were. So I I'm not I'm not short term bullish on Bitcoin right now. If anything, I'm short term bearish because of that random ass drop that you just had recently. So super random that actually happened, but um, yeah, it's super crazy that it can just drop like that. But yeah, Bitforms, I don't need to do TA. If Bitcoin doesn't recover, I think it's gonna go back down. So expect a big drop, maybe around this level, maybe even a gap, um, maybe even a gap to get created somewhere here or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if you create a gap on Bitfarms tomorrow, and you see it back like at 450, possibly like high $4 mark, and that goes for every single other crypto stock. So like Mara, Riot, BTBT, HUD 8 Mining, all those things. I wouldn't be surprised if you see all those things happen on Monday. Cartesi, what is it? CTSI. I'll just use a ticker. See if there's anything else. Coinbase. Did they just list it on Coinbase? What's Cartesi anyways? Like, what is Cartesi? I don't think I've ever heard of this crypto before. Cartesi. What can we do with this? Resistance. Right there, probably. Here. Probably right there. And then we'll put another one up here just for like kind of good measure. I mean, it's trading within range. It's kind of trading like right here. Like I said, it does look like it had the potential to close a bullish week possibly soon. But with Bitcoin dropping, that's kind of weird that it actually ran up or it spiked up on the daily when Bitcoin dropped. So let me see. No, yeah, it definitely dropped a little bit. I wouldn't say it dropped a whole bunch, but it definitely responded a little bit to that Bitcoin drop. As long as we have what is it called? As long as you have Bitcoin dropping, I strongly think that you can see whatchamacallit. Every other coin is probably going to stay consistently on the downside as long as you have Bitcoin trail to the low side, at least in my opinion, right? So it's kind of hard to tell what can actually happen, but I do think that as far as I think Bitcoin dictates a lot of the movement that happens overall, like with everything. So let me see. Here, broke out. Have here. Let me see what we can find here. What kind of patterns we can find. I said that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, if Cartesi doesn't drop too far, I mean, I can definitely just kind of see it doing something like this. Probably dropping to like here, and then rebounding up, or kind of coming back down here. But like I said, it does look like it's gonna close a bear trigger on the daily soon. On the 4 hour, it looks like it already did. Don't be surprised if you see it kind of come down to here. Oh, whoops, get rid of that. Oh, how did I delete this? I hate when that happens. Stupid TradingView. I have 30%. Jesus, I gotta charge it. But yeah, like I said, it just created a brand new bear candle on Cartesi. So, don't be surprised to stay around this trading range. And if this gets broken, expect it to come down, probably retest and come back down. So, as of right now, my bias is a little bit, it's a little bear, to be honest, because of that drop on Bitcoin. And like I said, if you don't recover from Bitcoin on this drop, I can definitely expect it to run a little bit higher. So keep in mind, it is recovering, but usually what happens here is that it recovers, comes back down. So if we actually recover and it shoots up, to like maybe 61.5, 60K, like somewhere around this area, I can definitely see what is it called? I can definitely see Bitcoin, getting back into its groove. But if it just, so it's super important, right? If it comes back here to what, like 60K, and it doesn't break the zone to the upside, it's gonna come back, right? That's the bad part here. If you actually see this run up, so if you see this get broken, run up, it'll probably end up going to like a 62K, maybe 63K again. So like I said, just keep that in mind. Like, I'm a little biased on being bear right now, unless Bitcoin actually recovers and crosses like 60,500. I think that's probably going to be the area that it needs to cross for me to not be like short-term bearish right now. I definitely think it could run high, but it's got to break support, it's got to break trend, and then it'll probably shoot up. But we got to wait and see. I don't know what's going to happen, man, but it looks like it can definitely drop. So I'm biased right now on the bear side. Can I check ETC? Like I said, as far as crypto, everything's gonna drop with Ethereum and what's it called? Everything's gonna drop with Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. So what happened? Sideways? Oh, it broke and it kind of, sort of, right? It just kind of traded sideways. Yeah, as far as, like I said, as far as what crypto goes, it's gonna follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin recovers, everything else is gonna recover. If Bitcoin does not recover, everything's gonna sell off. So, expect crypto to follow Bitcoin. That's what's gonna happen. I don't want to say expect the sell off, but Bitcoin, did shoot down, right? So, like I said, usually what happens when you have a singular sell off like that is it recovers to peak and then comes right back down. So just keep a lookout. Doggy, Link. Can I do price predictions for Link? I like Link a lot. I really like Chainlink. Price predictions, it really depends on where we are. It depends on what can happen in like the long term, right? So here, sideways trading, jumped a little bit, but it's basically sideways. Didn't really do much. Let's get rid of this because we don't need a trading range anymore. Where are we on the weekly? So technically, we are still in a bear cycle, technically, on Chainlink on the weekly. And it did respond well, right? It went down, stayed down here, just kind of trading sideways. So it really depends on what happens on the 4-hour and the daily. The daily looks like it's about to go down again, but last time all we did was just kind of troll sideways and drop a little bit. I can see Chainlink dropping down to like $24, like the high $24 mark, and then recovering. But like I said, Chainlink, the only way to really predict what Chainlink is going to do or can do in the long term is, seeing what their Oracle partnerships are going to be like. I think they're great, but you can't really say, Chainlink is going to go to $1,000 without knowing the fundamentals and how the company works, right? As far as like forecasts, the easiest way that you can predict where something is going is just do a fib forecast, right? Just grab the high, grab the low, and boom, there you go. If you break relative highs of $36, you're going to $50. There's like a high probability that that's going to happen. But as far as actual forecasts, it's kind of hard to say, Link is going to $1,000 without actually seeing the support. And the market cap is already, what is Chainlink's market cap? I always forget Chainlink market cap. Let's see. Where's market cap? So Chainlink's market cap is already 11 billion. I personally think I actually think that's kind of small for Chainlink. I actually think it can be worth like 100 billion. So if Chainlink ever does like a 10x from here, I would not be surprised at all. But like I said, if we're talking fundamentals, fantastic. If you're talking about TA, grab a fib forecast, grab the high, grab the low of the monthly, boom. You have an easy $85 mark from if you beat these like highs. It can definitely hit 85 just on TA, right? And what kind of move would that be? Where we are right now? you're looking at a 200% move to the upside. But again, I think Link is a solid project. I wouldn't be surprised if Link is ever valued at about $100 billion, which would put Link at like a $250 coin. So I would not be surprised to ever see Chainlink at like $250. So just letting you guys know. Can you do BTTA? BTBT is going to go down as long as Bitcoin goes down. Same thing with Doggy, Link. I'm in an XRP short right now. Then you probably got the. If you're in an XRP short, you probably caught the dump. Well, it depends on when you bought it. Because if you just bought it right now, you might have not caught it. But if you bought it if you bought it like any time from, a couple of hours ago, then you would have made out like a bandit, right? Let me see. Where is XRP right now? So on the daily, it still looks like it can sell off a lot more. I mean, it has been going down. Like on the daily, it looks like it can definitely keep running to the low side, to be honest. But look how it wicked perfectly, right? Look how it throws a wick down at $1.04, completely recovers. So XRP can possibly just kind of stay up here for a little bit and trail on the upside of support. But like I said, usually what happens in situations like this is you have a complete wick down here, you recover to the upside, and then you drop back down. That's what usually happens when you have a big sell-off like this. You see a recover, people start selling off again, and then you start trailing to the low side. That's usually what happens when you have sell-offs like this. So, I would not be surprised to see XRP run back to like $1.10 and then dump all the way back down here. So, just kind of keep that in mind that I'm not saying it can, but I'm not saying it will, but it definitely can, Danny. Yo, what's up, dude? What's up, Danny? What's up, man? Thank you, bro, for the super chat. I gotta get what is it called? I gotta get one of those sounds whenever I get a super chat and stuff, bro. Thank you, bro. Danny's been with the, since like the start, man. I love Danny. Let me see. What else, man? Man, I got a bunch of people. Why did you recommend BTBT? Their financials look pretty bad compared to other crypto miners. The F3 filings look like they're registering shares to offer it too. It really just depends on, what is it called? It really depended on the movement. So when it comes to crypto stocks, the big movers are HUT and BTBT. So that's and BITF. So Bitforms, BTBT, and HUT. I think HUT mining, I think BTBT, and I think Bitforms are the big movers when it comes to the new crypto stocks. Before, you really only had Riot. Riot didn't have any competition apart from maybe like Maro or SOS. And I think the new bloods of the stock market, at least for crypto stocks, are like your BTBT, your BITF, and your HUT stocks. So that's why those are the ones that I like. If anybody has a position in that, right? It's your own money. You don't have to get it. It's your own cash, right? Personally, my position in BITF is like 30K, and I have a bunch of calls for I think March of next year, February or March of next year for BTBT and HUT mining. So longer term, I am pretty bullish on crypto, obviously. But short term, anything can really happen. But I just think that the multiple on BTBT and BITF and HUT can be a lot bigger than Bitcoin while they're moving with Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin runs to 60K, 80K, whatever, if Bitcoin runs super high, you can still play that Bitcoin's momentum to the upside, but you can play with crypto stocks like I said, like with BTBT, or what is it, Bit Digital, Bitfarms, and HUT 8 mining. So that's why I like them. I think they grab a lot of volume, they move super fast, and velocity with whatever Bitcoin does. So if Bitcoin moves 10%, you'll see like a 50% move on these stocks, which is why I really like them. Do you think the breakout is canceled for LSS? Not really. I think LSS is still pretty high. Let me see. Yeah, so it's still above support. I wouldn't. I'm perfectly fine with LSS being here. Keep in mind, we are going to close a bearish day, possibly in 2 hours and 30 minutes if we do not recover. So, if what can happen right now is that on that close is you either trade sideways or you go down. We can actually take this out because of that because of the Bitcoin drop. So right now for Lossless, I can either see it break support, come back down and retest trend, and then run back up, or just trade sideways. That's what I think can happen. The 4 hour is going to get triggered. The daily is the daily is going to close bullish. The 4 hour is going to close bearish. So I want to see what happens on the 4 hour. And keep in mind, you've been bear for the last couple of hours on Lossless, and you went from 92 or like what peaks of 96, 97 to lows of 80, but you never broke support. So I can definitely see Lossless trading sideways and then running up. But we gotta wait on that 4 hour. You gotta wait to see what happens after that 4 hour closes. Because if this 4 hour closes and all you do is really trade sideways, then you're perfectly fine. Because look at what happened every other instance where we closed the 4 hour bull market, right? Look what happened here, right? So trade sideways. Actually, let me change this because I want to make it a lot brighter for everybody, or easier to see, right? See, 4 hour close bear. We traded down sideways. 4 hour close bear, which is more than likely going to happen in 2 hours, right? More than likely, you're going to see it kind of trade sideways. At least that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to kind of trade it to kind of trade sideways. Or actually, let me do this because it seems that this can definitely, let me duplicate this. There we go, clone. Right, so something like, maybe like that. Let me see. Where's the 4 hour trigger? 4 hour trigger. 4 hour trigger. Something here. Where's the 4 hour trigger? 4 hour trigger. Yeah, so this candle. So maybe something like this. I think at most lows, you can probably see a trade around this range right here. Maybe a little bit under support, but it's probably going to throw wicks down here, I think. But like I said, if it comes back down to like a 75, somewhere around here, I'd probably buy more, to be honest, of LSS. I'd probably sell my full Matic position and throw it into LSS if it does come back down here. Only if that happens. But I don't think the breakout got canceled, at least not yet. I want to see what happens on that 4 hours. So keep an eye on what happens right now. If all we do is trade sideways, just wait for the next 4 hour breakout. Because look what happened every single time. Right? 4 hour breakout. Boom. 4 hour breakout. Boom. 4 hour breakout. Boom. All you're doing is trading up. And then you're trading sideways for every 4 hour bear. So I wouldn't be surprised if all you do is trade sideways and then you run up again. But we'll see. We don't like to do things here unless there's confirmation. Shorts weak. It really depends on where everything else is. Do you mean shorts for crypto or shorts for the stock market? Because I can definitely answer it. I don't know which one. I don't know which one you're talking about. HUT was more consistent with Bitcoin moves. I think they're all relatively consistent. I think, I think the only one that wasn't consistent was Riot, because I was keeping track of all the crypto stocks. I was looking at HUT, BITF, BTBT, Mara, SOS, whatever the other ones are, and everything seemed to go up pretty quickly except for Riot. Riot's just been trading sideways, and it hasn't really been reacting to the moves of Bitcoin all that much, honestly. You think Tesla will drop with BTC? I don't think so. I think Tesla, I think in the beginning when they just announced that they were buying Bitcoin, I think there was like a big talk, but I really doubt that Tesla. I really doubt that Tesla drops because of BTC. I don't think so. I mean, you can see a slight drop, maybe, to be honest. But it broke trend, right? Like it's doing a really good job at moving to the upside. And I actually took a swing trade from like here, I think like 614. I ran that swing trade up until $800. So I took like a 10-20% profit from that. But let me get rid of this because I don't want to show this right now. But keep in mind, I took that swing trade on Tesla. It was a pretty good swing. Um, whatever. Let's do this. It doesn't need to be perfect. I just need to show what I'm trying to do. Right. So look what happened, right? You ended the week off breaking trend on the high side. So we'll do this right here, right there, sure. And also, keep in mind that when you're doing like trends, like trend lines, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect all the time. As long as you have a general like direction, you should be pretty okay. But look what happened, right? You closed a full candle above trend. So I mean, if we zoom in a little bit, and still we have the reverse MACD is completely. Whoops. You know what? See, completely bullish on the reverse MACD. So I mean, there's no reason for me to think that that we're gonna do anything different on Tesla than just go up. I mean, if we zoom in a little bit, right? Look at that. You see the clear break to the upside. I would guess that you can easily see a Tesla back at 868 by the end of this week, right? Especially with that trend break. Look at that. That's a huge trend break. You broke that trend on a bullish day, and you have your 4-hour also completely bullish. So why would I definitely do not think that Tesla is going to go down. I mean, if anything, it can probably come back down, retest trend, and then run up. But I think what Tesla's going to do is just go straight to 860, like 868 to 869. I would not be surprised to just see it completely run up here to previous resistance. Definitely would not be surprised to see it run like that, especially with everything being so bullish, and especially with Tesla closing bullish last week. So would not be surprised to see Tesla at what 869 this upcoming week. Definitely not surprised. Give me a quick second, guys. My computer's about to run out of. Oh, I got 20%. That's fine. I won't get the charger yet. But yeah, Tesla. I don't think it'll drop with Tesla. I don't think it'll drop with Bitcoin. I think it's pretty good. What if it goes more up though? Number one, when do you know when to sell a stock? When do I know when to sell a stock? It really depends on your own strategy. If I'm swinging, if I swing a stock, I generally take profit at 10-20%, but it really depends on what I forecast as the movement, right? So, the reason why I took the trade on Tesla was because I already had that move to 800 forecasted from 614. And that was based off of a lot of different things that I did, right? So, I mean, here, what was the last time we actually crossed on the bull? What is this? On April, you went from here. You ran what? $114. Here, you did 140. So, you can easily expect a move in like 100 and something move in a couple of days. So let's say 140, right? 114, 140. So 114, you'd be at 793. A 140 move, you'd be at 819. I went with the lower part, and I went with like what is it called? 114. So down like here. 114. So which is around like that what the hell? I don't know what that was. Oh, you know what? I'm using my wife's computer, so that's probably what it was. That's weird. I should probably disconnect it from her cell phone and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it just depends, right? I usually just use the weekly forecast to kind of get an idea of how high something can actually run. But it's really easy. I mean, it just depends. I mean, what you want to do is like, grab the high to, what you can do as like a kind of like an easy way to kind of determine how to do this is, watch, I'll show you guys. So an easy way to kind of forecast without using the forecast tool is, look at, see if I can find, let me see if there's an easier way to do this. So, look at the low, grab the high, and then you can do the same thing, right? You can kind of forecast exactly what can happen. So, over here, you touch peak low, same thing. You touch peak low, you went down a little bit, you ran up, same thing. Peak low, right, it touched, it went up, same thing. So it's not too hard to forecast the moves because they all usually move in tandem, right? They all have like a very similar move to each other when they move. So you can really just kind of gauge it to see how big the moves are. So, lows of 568, highs of 673, just subtract that. Lows, highs, subtract lows, highs, subtract. And then if it went low down here again, then you would have ran it up to there. So it's really, it's not that hard to forecast. You can also use the fibs. I don't know. You could use the fibs. It would have taken you to 787, roughly 795. It's basically $800. Like, there's a lot of ways that you can forecast, where you think price is going. I hope that answers your question. I know I ramble on sometimes, but sorry about that. What's your opinion on the overall economy right now? Do you think we are headed in a bad direction? Also, do you still hold your TOT options? And if the stock market crashes, will crypto too, you think? So I am still holding my TOT options. I think they expire. I have one set of calls expiring on December and the next set expiring next year. So they're kind of, one's a leap and the other one is for a couple months out. Personally, where everything is kind of going right now, I would not be surprised either way. Unfortunately, if we keep rallying to the upside, it might keep rallying to the upside. On the weekly though, it's really more of like what my TA says, right? I just kind of follow my TA and I try to really see what's going on. As of right now, unfortunately, I can definitely see the SPY running super hard. If anything, it's just coming back to retest trend. But I want to see what happens. I usually wait to see what happens on triggers. So, what happened on the daily trigger, right? The last time we actually had a bullish trigger was right here on 433. And now you rallied all the way up to 45, 46, whatever. I actually thought we were going to come back down to 425, right? And we didn't actually come back down to 425. You actually rallied super hard. And I think the biggest, the biggest thing to take away from the S&P 500 is if you think the S&P 500 is going to crash, then that means that you're basically betting against America. I'll tell you that it sounds cheesy, but that's kind of really it. You're basically betting that America is going to like fail, right? That's you're basically you're betting against the U.S. economy. And the thing is though, it's one of those like, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to bet against the U.S. economy, or are we supposed to actually, be bearish when we're not supposed to, be bearish when we are supposed to? It's really hard to determine certain things, especially when we have the Fed printing so much money towards just buying bonds and buying a bunch of indices and stuff, right? Personally, though, I think the market should be crashing. I think the market should be somewhere around the $400 mark, at least for the SPY, right? I think that this is it's very unless the Fed keeps printing money, I think the market's gonna drop, right? And I'm not saying that to be this is the SPY is gonna crash and blah blah blah. No, it's one of those things where I'm as long as the Treasury keeps printing money and you have Jerome Powell, printing cash, it's very hard to actually see the stock market go down, especially the S&P 500, because it's mainly just buying a bunch of indices, big tech, and probably bonds, right? So it's very hard to bet against the SPY unless there's a big black swan event, and so far there hasn't really been anything. I really doubt that the Evergrande issue is going to be a black swan event. I don't think the U.S. is as invested as people think they are, or are highly leveraged as people think they are. The recent bank The recent bank, earnings reports were absolutely amazing. J.P. Morgan like absolutely crushed it. Um, Chase crushed it. Bank of America is doing fantastic. All the banks are doing really good as far as fundamentals, but all of their TA shows up like shit, right? And I'll be completely honest to you guys. I thought Wells Fargo was gonna dump so freaking hard, right? I thought Wells Fargo was gonna hit the shitter, and look at that recovery, dude. Like, how does it run from 45 to 48? It's a fucking bank stock, and it ran that in a day. So it's one of those things where I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this shit was supposed to fucking dump so hard just based off of all the confluences that we had on TA. Like, look at that. You had essentially a perfect sell right here, and then you had like for whatever reason it just completely demolished that. It kept rallying to the upside. Like, I thought that Wells Fargo was gonna dump. These were my markers right here, right? I thought Wells Fargo was gonna drop to 35, 30, possibly 23 on a super bear case, right? At least to this order block of 30, and it didn't. It absolutely didn't. It actually kept rising to the top, and it goes to show you guys how smart and intelligent the banks are, and how these people are making so much money. And um, it's still very surprising to see all these retail traders, starting to say like, "Yo, like banks are stupid, blah blah blah. They don't know what they did with GameStop, AMC, all this stuff." No, I personally, I don't want to say I'm on the bank side or I'm on big hedge fund side. It's just they're smart enough to go about it in certain ways where they can possibly keep the MOAS from happening forever within our lifetimes, right? And it's one of those things where retail traders just don't know about this. And personally, I think I'm a little bit more experienced to be to just be considered a regular retail trader. I think, but it's just like you have an insane amount of smart people in all of these. It's basically just a bunch of random people like us, trading against like engineers, analysts, rocket scientists, people that actually have masters in mathematics and in their own specific sciences, right? Like, it's absolutely insane to think that retail is thinking that they're everybody and these banks are like stupid. So it's kind of hard to see where everybody's getting these big ass like, oh, GameStop's gonna run to 1 million, AMC's gonna run to 100,000. And while I do believe that can happen because the banks and everybody fucked up, right? They are smart enough to actually have they're smart enough to prolong the event of the MOAS actually happening, right? Like, it's just one of those things, man. Like, it's super crazy. But sorry, I completely rambled. But yeah, I think the economy is in complete shit. I think inflation is taking over extremely fast. The stock market should be low, but the Fed is going to print money. So I think that there's a lot of things that can happen with the SPY. It can definitely run high, but what I want to actually see it for me to actually be bullish on the S&P 500, I have to actually see it break trend, right? So as of right now, all what I think is doing is coming back up. All what I think that SPY is doing is, rallying up, possibly retesting trend, gonna come back down. But if it breaks trend and it breaks here, we're gonna keep running hard. Anything above this area, do not expect the SPY to fall anytime soon. Expect 100% another rally like this. I would not be surprised to see another big ass rally since March and April of 2020 to happen again if we actually break all-time highs, right? So just basically grab this whole thing right here and add it up to like right here. $550 would not surprise me in a year or two if we break 454, 455. And I guess that hopefully that answers the question. But don't fight the Fed. You're worse. People that want the market to crash is essentially betting that fucking Jerome Powell is not going to spend billions of dollars and keep printing his machine to print money and stuff, right? So it's one of those things where I'm like, should the market be low? 100, yeah. it should definitely not be this high. The stock market should not be this high. There's not enough money going into it from regular, you know, from regular, firms and investments and retail to have the stock market be this high. But it is because Jerome Powell and the Treasury is going to keep printing money. They're going to keep buying bonds. They're going to keep buying the SPY. They're going to keep buying big tech, and it's going to keep rallying, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, it goes back to saying like, don't fight the Fed. It's just how it is. It really is just how it is. I'll stop that rant because I feel like I can talk about that for a very long time. Tony, what TradingView thing am I supposed to subscribe to? TradingView thing. TradingView is free. You don't have to subscribe to anything. TradingView is completely free. You can open an account today on TradingView and it doesn't charge you anything. It's completely free unless you want to buy the pro version, which has like, it lets you stack charts on top of each other. You can hold multiple. You can have multiple indicators. You can have indicators that are locked. But TradingView does not. You don't have to subscribe to TradingView. There's no payment on TradingView unless you want the pro version. Which, if you're asking me about subscribing to TradingView, then you should. I have the free version. I don't need the pro. More than likely, I'm probably going to end up buying the pro, but I'm probably going to buy it pretty soon. But I think that you don't need the pro version. It's completely free. You don't need anything with you don't need to do anything with the pro version. So just go on TradingView, open an account, and you're completely fine. That's it. Yeah. Nice gap just got filled too. Look, Progenex broke trend, which is pretty good for what it is, but it's still new, right? Like it's still relatively new. It has been consistently down though. I don't think I would personally put my money in this. It hasn't been trading as long as I would like it to. I mean, it's really only been doing it for a year, and it's been consistently down. Yeah, I if I had to guess, is you probably stay maybe sideways trading or you keep going down. Right? I don't know anything about Progenex, but as far as like what TA shows, either sideways or you come back down here. I don't even need to do too much TA on this. I mean, I would never invest in this unless I thought that it was going to recover 100%. But why would you buy Progenex when there's so many better stocks out there? I mean, look at this consistent downtrend, right? So if I were to see Progenex now, I'd be like, there's no way I'm putting money into this. The only way that I actually buy Progenex is, watch, I'll show you. So if Progenex actually stays up here, stays above trend, you see it break previous highs, it's going to come back down here more than likely and then run to the upside. But keep in mind, this is an easy TA, right? You have to break here. That's the most important part. The only way I put money into Prog is it has to break relative highs of up here, come back down. Here is where I would take that buy. I would not take it anywhere else. Nowhere else I would take that. I would not put my money into Prog ever. I need to see it break. I need to see it actually break $4, right? Relative highs of what, $3.99? Let's actually put this higher. So like right there. It would have to, it has to break $4. Close above that, come back down and retest, and then run up. Otherwise, I would not buy into that at all. I think Prog does not look like a good chart. You heard Upshot, YouTube channel got banned since Coin Army took him down by reporting him. So I still don't know who Upshot is. I looked him up as soon as you told me. But I wanna watch a video of his, but I mean I'm not too like, I don't know. I don't really watch other people. To be honest, I don't really watch anybody's videos about trading on what is it called? On just trading in general. Like I really don't watch anybody's videos. Oh, this would actually be a pretty sweet. This would actually be a pretty sweet long. What's the R&R here? 4.96. Oh, that's not bad at all. Should I take? No, I'm not gonna take it. I don't want to risk it. But yeah, Doggy Coin. I still think it can run high. But like I said, everything's gonna follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin doesn't do anything, and if Bitcoin keeps falling, every other crypto is gonna fall. Everything, Bitcoin leads everything 100%. It's never gonna. Ooh, let's look at the recovery. Let's see what the recovery is. It should have recovered pretty nicely. So let's see. So there we are, right? We are on. This is probably the most important thing on Bitcoin right now. Look at that. Look at that 60 touch. Look at that. It wicked exactly where I told you guys. That's 60.5, right? A little bit under at 64.83. So I was like 20 bucks off. If Bitcoin actually manages to break this, come back up here, then we are safe, right? Because they can definitely do something like this. They can definitely run up here, probably come back down here, and then run to the upside, right? But if it stays up here and it comes back and it doesn't break this high, then we are going down to like 58K. So Bitcoin is recovering, but like I said, it usually ends up wicking down, coming back up to like here-ish, somewhere right here, and then going all the way back down there. Just letting you guys know, we're not out in the clear yet, and that wick is not giving me like signs of confidence because it's wigging up there and it's not staying up there. So let's see what happens. We actually just closing a bullish trigger on the 30-minute right now. So in the next 8 minutes and 20 seconds, if we can manage to keep running to the upside, I think Bitcoin is saved for the day. And I think we're doing extremely well for Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens. Is it too late to get into Bitcoin? Definitely not. I think if you're willing to hold long term, I think Bitcoin is always going to be a pretty good investment. My opinion, though, right? I think I like Bitcoin a lot. I don't think the multiples can be all that great, but we'll see what happens. I think Bitcoin's doing great. What's happening with BBIG? Damn, BBIG is doing really good. It's recovering really well. So let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. So we did drop and we did recover up here. You retested $5 almost exactly. And you broke resistance at 760. I mean, the common sense thing to look at BBIG is that it's going back up to $10. I mean, it looks like it is. It looks like it's going back up to $10, unless that's like top, right? Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, because it broke because it actually broke those lows. See, it beat relative. It took out the relative highs of 772, coming back and retesting on a bullish candle. I think we can see it run to $10.59. It looks like it definitely can run that way. Because look, it's super staggered though. The chart is like super funky. It's like a really funky chart right now. But also, I don't like my charts that look like, I don't like charts that look like this. I like them when there's a slow, gradual raise to the upside. So when you have big rises like this, like that, expect big drops like that. So you can rise hard, but then you're gonna drop like like a 50% drop, right? So if this rises back up to here, somewhere high, expect it to drop like a 50%. Like don't be surprised if it does that. Let me see, where did it retrace to? 618. So it did go a little bit lower than 618. Let me delete that. Where can it go? Yeah, I mean, I'd say the next stop for BBIG is probably going to be 1059. Daily is what? Daily looks like it's weakening a little bit on the bull side, but the weekly looks like it's going to cross pretty nicely. So just wait and see. I think for the most part, I think it might stay consistent and keep running, but I think it'll probably stay on trend. It might just kind of trade sideways and then run. But usually I'm pretty biased towards towards something going up as long as it breaks pretty good support or resistance, right? So, it actually broke resistance, and it already created a couple of candles up there. So I can definitely see it kind of dropping down maybe to like 750, 760, and then running back up. But I think ultimately, I would not be surprised to see it back at 1050. I think BBIG did a pretty good reversal, and it's headed up there. Do you still think? Been investing into crypto, but looking to grab growth stocks. Is Tesla a steal right now? I'm looking to hold long term. I'd say Tesla was a steal probably a couple of weeks ago. Right now, you're basically buying it at the top. If I would only recommend that you buy Tesla if you believe that it's a good company. I think Tesla long term can definitely has a lot of growth, but like I said, keep in mind that Tesla is at essentially like highs right now. I think the all-time high for Tesla was like 8 something, like 870, 800 something. So, if you're buying Tesla right now, it means that you're buying Tesla because you believe in the company and you're willing to hold long term. Because it's basically at highs. So it's kind of hard to tell you that, you're going to see massive gains because Tesla's already trading super, super high right now. Tesla would have been a great addition like a month ago. Give me a second, guys, because I got to plug in this computer. Give me like 5 seconds, dude. Okay, I got it. Computer. Well, the charger's plugged in. Oh, let me plug in the computer. Hold up. Man, I really like going live, man. It's like super fun. You gotta talk to a bunch of people and stuff. It's pretty cool. I've been wanting to go live for like a full day because I watch what is it called? Stock Market Live with Josh in the trading fraternity. I love watching it. I don't watch it all day, but I go in sometimes just to kind of see what he's talking about, and I think he does a great job. I think he's super cool. BTC just broke 65. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, let me go back to BTC just because I actually want to see where it's headed. Whoops. It just sucks because I had a really nice long on Bitcoin, and I'm super upset. Oh, look at that. Super nice recovery. So keep in mind, remember what I told you guys. We're going to close. So let's stay on this chart. I want to see what happens as soon as we close a bull trigger on the 30. Let's see what happens. So we'll stick here for another, we got what, a minute and 56 seconds. So we'll go back and forth, but I'm actually a little upset because I was holding some pretty big longs on Bitcoin, and I'm upset that it just recovered that quickly, and I got stopped out. I lost technically I made a pretty good amount on Ethereum today, so I'm really only down like $56 for the day on my Forex account. That's like the crappy part, though. I shouldn't have even put a stop loss because I felt like it was gonna go up, and I'm a little upset because all my gains for today, which were like I think I made like $1,000 on the Ethereum long. It was short term, but I made like $1,000, and then I had another big boy lot on Bitcoin, but this move basically stopped me out, which kind of sucks. So overall, I am definitely down like $50, but it's because I lost the thingy. Gold. Where is gold at? Gold's pretty. It's not doing anything. Do you want me to do a TA on gold? I actually had a buddy who was like super long on gold, or is super long on gold. Let me see. What does gold do? What has gold done recently? Oh wait. Forex. There we go. It hit the 200. Wait, why am I? No, let's just go with the Wanda because. Yeah, I don't know why it was taking me to like this random ass thing. Where are we at on the weekly? Damn, where's my? I thought I had like a chart set up for this. I guess not. That's weird. Man, I gotta do this all over again. What the heck? Gold. Where's gold going? I mean, it's definitely on range, right? It's just kind of trading between here and here, and even more, and even better, it's probably just trading between like here and like here, really. I mean, you do have an obvious downtrend, so yeah, you don't want to put the wick all the way down here. That's like that's way too low. Just real quick, what is this? I mean, you are closing a bull week more than likely. You're having a sell-off right now on gold, but I think the sell-off happened because of Bitcoin, right? I think the sell-off is just probably dropping because of Bitcoin. I'd probably say that it's going to run up. You're about to close a bullish trigger on the 4 hour. Actually, you know what? Let me go back to Bitcoin because did it? Oh yeah, it's running, dude. Bitcoin's running. Look at that. Oh, and the recovery is good. I think we're good on the recovery. Keep an eye on the 50 MA. Keep an eye on right here. We're at a key level on Bitcoin. If we manage to keep running, I'm telling you, we're going to run. I think we can definitely hit 62, 63 today. If we do not break this level, we're going to come back down. But it does look like it's going, dude. Look at that. 69.98. 69. It's going up there. Bitcoin's moving, so we'll see what happens. Actually, UPST instead. UPST. Postal Office? UPS. Oh, Upstart. Wait, is it? Didn't Upstart already do like a 5,000% gain? Yeah, Upstart. I heard Upstart was an absolute monster recently. Look at that. Absolutely destroyed my TA, dude. I thought we were gonna run down here. Look at that. So we did actually come down. Look, but out of nowhere, you have these massive, massive candles that just happened, and you broke trend. This is crazy, dude. What the heck? You're gonna see this run super hard. It doesn't look like it's gonna slow down. I think easily if you see a slowdown, you'll probably see a slowdown maybe like up here. You'll probably see a run down to trend and then run up. I don't even need to do TA on this. You know, you can easily see Upstart run hard. Keep running to the upside. But look at that. You even have a bull close, right? You even have a bullish week close. So even right now, I would probably be getting in like right here at 387, whatever. I would probably see it like here. Where did it start? Man, look at that. It was as low as $23. Jesus Christ, dude. This thing, look at that. If you got in like the third day that it IPO'd or like the third week, you would have been up an 8x from like that second or third week where it IPO'd. Man, this thing is an absolute monster, dude. What the heck? Yeah, I would not. This goes back to the remember when I told you guys about the analogy of never step in front of a moving train, and that's how you consider big runs like this. That's exactly what I would consider Upstart. You know, you do not want to step in front of a moving train, and I think essentially that's what Upstart is right now. You do not want to short this when it's just in a consistent power move like that. Like that is absolutely insane, man. Like that is crazy, the move that it's making right now. They're all pretty even moves too. Like they're all pretty evened out. Like they're all pretty even. Yeah, man, Upstart is doing fantastic. What the hell? Oh, what did I just do? Let me see if I can move it this way. What does a week look like? Yeah, I mean, it broke trend, man. It did fantastic. You know what? And I would actually guess that it broke it a while ago. Yeah, it broke trend. It broke trend back here. It broke trend back in August. Man, that would have been a really, really, really nice buy. Let's go to the daily. You know, the daily looks pretty solid. Yeah, I can definitely just see it, you know, creating a new channel. That's super crazy, man. I think before you see any real resistance, you can probably see a run up there. Um, as far as like an actual like forecast is what? Yeah, it's basically, I mean, somewhere around this area you can see it hit resistance, I think. But yeah, Upstart is gonna. It looks like it's gonna keep running up on it. Like it looks crazy, dude. What the heck? Like Upstart looks pretty. Like looks like a freaking monster. 8x in just a couple of in like a year, basically. Yeah, like this is crazy, dude. Super cool. Of whoever's holding Upstart, you know, congrats, man. This is definitely not something where I don't think anybody could have predicted with TA for it to run an 800% in less than a year. Like who can like that's crazy. Who can check that out, right? Like that's crazy. You think BA will hit 245 this year? BA. I haven't seen Boeing in a while. What's my chart look like? Bro, it hit trend and it came back down. See, I think somebody was shorting in my Patreon. I think somebody was shorting BA and they shorted it here. I forgot who it was. Oh, but you know what? Let me get the plug real quick because I have to get like you know I have to be a creator and I have to like start posting these kinds of things, which I don't, but I probably should. But yeah, the Patreon. If you guys want to join, feel free. If you guys want to join, great. If you don't, it's cool, dude. I don't, you know. It's just to like if you guys want to support the channel and stuff. Um, BA 245. No, I don't think BA is gonna hit 245. Definitely not. I see it hitting like 203 maybe. What does the monthly look like? The monthly looks. I mean, the monthly looks like it might go bullish again. I would only consider being a bull on Boeing when we close a bull month, right? Because on that bull month close, you can probably expect a really big run to the upside. But as of right now, I gotta say I'm pretty bearish on Boeing, especially after that perfect retest. Look at that, right? Like look how perfect it's following trend. Like there's no way that I would ever long this here, right? Perfect retest trend, 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 and then trend, trend. Let me go on a higher chart. Yeah, look at this. You've had this be consistent for a super long time. Look at that. You've just had a very, very, very long trend down ever since what? Peak at on March 2019. So yeah, I would definitely be shorting BA, you know, every single instance that I can get. You know, and every single time it's been a pretty perfect short, right? So, you know, boom, boom. What is that? $44 drop, $20 drop, $46 drop, $29 drop. So, you know, in a case like this, you know, how would I forecast something, right? Like, look at it. You either have a $40 drop or you have like a $20 drop, right? So I'd go on the low side. Of the $40, what do you have? 44 bucks. Out of the 20s, you have 21 bucks. Two forecasts from these peaks. You know, either from here you drop, you know, 40 bucks or $41, or you drop 21 bucks, right? You drop $21, like right there somewhere. That's basically how I forecast. So in the next what? How long did it take? 10 days, 16 days, 24 days, 7 days. So kind of all over the place. Anywhere between a week and, what is this, like 4 weeks, like a month out. So if anything, I would probably buy calls for like a month out for my very first target price, which is 207, or probably even like in the money calls, or puts. But that's basically the forecast, right? It's not that hard. go back, look what it did, get the average, and then you have your two take profits. You have your 20, you have your 207 level, and then you have your 187 level, right? This is an easier forecast because more than likely this might actually hit than this one, right? Because you have to go through one support to hit this. You have to go through one, two, three supports to hit that, and you probably have to create a brand new all-time low that hasn't happened since November of 2020, last year. So super easy to create forecasts on really any ticker. But yeah, I'm pretty bearish. I'm pretty bearish on Boeing right now, especially after this perfect drop from trend. Gold was looking bullish last week. I think, the thing about gold is that it likes to do things by itself. I think before it was actually reacting pretty well to whatever the dollar did, or at least the opposite of that. And it was actually a leading indicator. Like it actually reacted to Bitcoin pretty well too, but it hasn't really been reacting all that well to Bitcoin or really anything else. But yeah, I mean, I think gold is. I mean, I like gold, right? I think. Whoops, not that. I think gold is pretty good. Would I hold it over like a Bitcoin? Probably not. Would I trade it? Yeah. I definitely would trade it. I definitely would trade. What is it called? I definitely would trade gold. Short term though. Let me see. I'm on a Wanda. Let me get rid of this. I just do the daily because I don't want to. Right, you really only have a couple areas of support and resistance. So you have what right here. You have right here, and then you have like a middle zone, like right here, like here somewhere. So I mean, it's kind of easy really to trade gold. If you're down here, buy. If you're up here, sell. Right? It doesn't seem like it'd be too hard to trade on the low side, and also, I mean, you had a pretty nice downtrend here. You had a pretty nice downtrend here on gold. Same thing here. It's a nice little downtrend all the way down. The heck? There you go. Downtrend, it broke out, and now you're trading from here to here. Right? Now you have a brand new range. You have a brand new range from here to here. So more than likely, if you keep seeing bullish movements on gold, what does the 4 hour look like? The 4 hour looks like it's about to break bullish on the reverse MACD. So you're on support, right? So up here, you essentially would, you're just consolidating. So up here, you would sell. Down here, you would buy. And then right here, it's basically, which direction is it actually going to? As of right now, you're trading up, right? You're you've been in an uptrend ever since September 29th. So why would you fight that? Gold is more than likely gold is going to rebound from here and possibly run up to there. And if you're going to be, if you would like long this or whatever, let me see. If you were going to take a position here, you would set it up like this. I would personally have a really tight stop loss. I would more than likely have my take profit here, and I would have my stop loss like right there, right? Which is right where the relative low is, like right there. So I'd have a very, 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 very tight stop loss. So we can get an even deeper look of what can happen possibly. So that's what. Oh, actually, we'll do the 4 hour because I don't want to zoom. I don't want to go in that quickly. But this is essentially what would it be? What it would be, right? But you would have I would have my first take profit here. There, I'd probably have my second take profit whenever we actually hit what is it called? Trend, and which I do think that we are going to do. So if I have like a full lot on gold, I'd take like 80% of the lot out right here or 50%, and let the rest ride up to right there. But I would not take this buy until after we close a bullish trigger, which is probably going to happen by sometime today at like, I don't know, maybe 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. So somewhere a little bit later today, I think we might see a bull trigger. What does the hour look like? Yeah, see, the hour is already gonna break bearish again. So I would not take this buy yet. I'd wait it out. I want to see what happens. Because if Bitcoin recovers to the upside, more than likely so is gold. But short term, this is the trade that I would probably do. Right? You have a consistent channel on the upside. You're on support. Like, why, there's no real reason to not take this trade to the upside. But again, only on an actual bull trigger right here. I would not take it otherwise. What does the 30-minute look like? 30-minute looks, yeah, 30-minute looks like it's going to go down again. So I'd wait for the 4-hour. I would just wait for the 4-hour to actually do anything. Where is LSS? I want to see where it's at. Did it recover just like Bitcoin, or what's up? Yeah, LSS recovered at 91. I think the breakout is still on for LSS. I up my position by like 2K, especially after breaking trend like this. Oof, that's a nice buy-in, dude. I do think that LSS can definitely do 100x. Where's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin has a 61. Look at that. That's essentially a perfect recovery. Look at that. I think we're going up. What we can do is essentially cancel this out. This is live, man. This is crazy. I love being live, dude. Because I can cancel these out. Look at that. And just like that, I think we're going up. I think with this much power to the upside, I don't know if we're actually gonna. I think we're actually gonna. I don't think we're gonna wick. Are we? Let's see what the 5-minute does. Right? Let's see what the 5-minute actually does. But I think there's too much power to the upside. Look at that momentum, dude. Yeah, I think there's a really strong chance that you see it just push back up the trend. Do not be surprised if you see, Bitcoin somewhere like at, I don't know, 62K again. But let's keep an eye on it, because it can definitely just wick here and then come back down. But that's essentially what we call a perfect recovery, right? Because in other instances when you have things sell off like that, right? You sold off, you go up here, you test this, and then you drop right back down. And what did Bitcoin do? Nope. Straight up, just beat relative highs from right here. You're already up there. You're more than likely going to close this in 12 minutes, and it's still running up. Like, dude, like you're gonna. It's Bitcoin did essentially what you call in the trading, in like trading, whatever you would call it, lingo. It's a perfect recovery, because this should have gone down from here. You should have seen it drop, and because it didn't, it means that more people are getting liquidated. It means that somebody wanted to do something at this level. Somebody with a lot of money wanted to do something here. And then you see the buy-in, and then you see the huge run to the upside. But yeah, I can definitely see it. It broke support. It's back up on trend, and now you can essentially just see it kind of running through here, right? So worst case scenario is that it comes back down on support and trend, but then it's just going to recover. So we're still in that channel, right? We're still in our pretty good trading channel. So I would not be worried about Bitcoin right now at all. It's still going to trade between somewhere here. I think so. So congratulations to everybody that did not sell. Bitcoin is doing a fantastic job of recovering. I think it's absolutely amazing, dude. So, super awesome that it recovered like that, I think. I should have had a buy-in for that dip, to be honest. Coin is more than likely going to 290, especially after Bitcoin's recovery. And here's the thing. When you have tickers that recover like that, that just shows the power that just shows the bull momentum. That's the crazy part. The crazy part is that it shows you the bull momentum on how strong something can actually move to the upside, right? So as of right now, let me see where we're at. Where are we as far as everything? Yeah, everything recovered nicely. LSS recovered. All the cryptos look like they're recovering. I think coin's going to keep running. It did break. I'd say it did break trend. Right? I mean, you do have a gap here, though, so keep that in mind. Where are we? So upset I had a stop loss, dude. I can't believe I just lost out my gains today from the Ethereum long that I had. Should have. I'm so upset. I mean, I'm down like $50 for the day, but I I made like $1,000 and then I lost like $1,000 and $50, and that's why I'm down like $50, which I'm pretty upset about. Because that Bitcoin drop stopped me out. So a little bit upset, but it's okay. That's what happens in trading. Coin, like I said, coin's gonna react to whatever Bitcoin does. As long as Bitcoin goes up, so is coin. So is Coinbase. I got a feeling that UPST is about to dump. There was a guy shilling it on CNBC. He didn't even know what they do, just that it's up. Yeah, usually when you have CNBC shilling something, that's a definitive point of something that's going to drop. So if you have a big position on UPST or Upstart, whatever, I mean, if I had a position on it, I would definitely skim a little bit off the top and then probably buy back lower. But it's pretty good. It's a really good indicator. If CNBC starts shilling something, it's a pretty good indicator of a top of a stock, at least short term. The ticker is HOOD. Oh, you want to look at Robinhood? Isn't Robinhood still down, or did it recover? Yeah, Robinhood's still down. It's trading between. It's just trading on range right now. See? Usually what happens when... See, it's exactly what I told you guys, right? When you have a downtrend like this, and then it gets broken, once that downtrend gets broken, you either run up, right, super hard, or you trade sideways. And what are we doing right now with Robinhood? It's just trading sideways. It doesn't go like this. It doesn't go down. It doesn't do that. It's like 95% of the time where you have a downtrend like this, and you actually break it like that, it ends up going sideways or up. Very rarely do you see it keep dumping. It's just one of those things. Robinhood, I mean, they got a lot of stuff going on with them right now. I doubt that, they're going to fail anytime soon. But it's just, I mean, it's not hard to do, like, to see what's going to happen with like Robinhood. Even right now, they're still kind of in a consistent downtrend a little bit, but it's like it's getting broken. I mean, I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd just say Robinhood sideways. Probably trading between this channel right here. Watch. So Robinhood will probably stay here for a while, I think. Unless you break like highs or lows, unless you break up here, unless you break like here, right, or you break like down here, then for the most part, it's just going to kind of stay in here. But once it breaks high, more than likely come up here, come back down, come back down, and then probably run up. But keep in mind, if you break these lows, you're probably going to come back here, retest, and then come back down. So it's super easy to kind of, I mean, it's not hard to do TA. It's just after a while that you've been doing it, it's kind of easy to see what's going to happen. But Robinhood, down, sideways, it didn't run up, so it doesn't have bullish momentum. So for the most part, it's just going to trade sideways unless it has a really big piece of news. So Robinhood, yeah, I'd say it's going to keep trading sideways. Bitcoin to run like a good boy. For real, dude, Bitcoin just did like some crazy good stuff right now. I love it. I love when Bitcoin recovers like that. My dad used to buy gold at $300 once, pretty crazy. Yeah, gold at that was, man, I wish I could buy gold at $300. I wish I could buy Bitcoin at $300. I would buy so much fucking money. I would buy so much fucking Bitcoin if I could buy it at $300, man. If I could go back 10 years, every single paycheck that I got, I throw it at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the fucking GOAT, dude. Like, Bitcoin is, it surprises you when you think it's not and when you think it is. I think Bitcoin has done some crazy stuff recently. So, it's kind of trading a little bit. So remember what I told you guys, it's doing really good, but it's throwing a wick up there. So, in the next 5 minutes, if Bitcoin does not manage to keep closing candles up here, don't be surprised if we drop a little bit lower. If we do drop though, so if Bitcoin actually drops down to like here, like support and trend, I'm probably gonna be long on Bitcoin. I'm gonna open up another long to make up for my losses, for my $50 loss. So I would probably do this. If it actually ends up coming back here, that's a big low though. I would have to raise the bar up to like right here. But just in case though, I think my stop loss would have to be down here, unfortunately, which probably would not make it worth it. That sucks, because otherwise, I don't know, man. Maybe there. Actually, there. I'd probably set it at the order block. I'd probably set it there. If Bitcoin comes down here, I'm probably gonna buy and just ride it all the way up to like 62, whatever, possibly. I mean, it's a 4 R to R, so it's really not a bad trade at all. But I think I would set my stop loss here on order block, and then take this all the way up to like 62, 622, something like that. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But I don't like this wick right now. I don't like this wick. We'll see what happens soon. Wow, pretty good. Yeah, it was a pretty good run up on Bitcoin's part. It actually ran really hard. So good job on Bitcoin, dude. Super good. Maybe it was a fake out. Actually, if I had to guess if something was a fake out, I would think that this is the fake out. So not this. I'd actually think that this little bull run is the fake out. So we gotta wait and see what happens, because like I said, we're still in that area of resistance where it goes up, retests, and then dumps all the way back down. So keep in mind, you can still dump. It needs to close somewhere like at 61.5. You're at 61K. It threw a wick up there, right? It's a wick. It wicked up there, but the hour looks bullish. So see what happens there. The 4 hour looks bullish. So if the 4 hour closes bullish, I think we can see a pretty hefty run on Bitcoin, but that's not for another hour and 30 minutes. So let's see what happens, right? I'm not gonna stay here that long, but any dump that we have down to like 60K, 100, I'd probably end up into longs just to see what happens. Doggy and Shiba kind of mooning again. What the fuck? What did he tweet? What did he just do? Elon Musk. I mean, I don't have a Twitter, so we'll see what he says. God, his fucking profile picture, dude. Wait, what did he tweet? He hasn't tweeted anything. Beta 10.3% for next week. All cars with safety score. That's crazy though. 99 out of 100 safety score. That's insane. Wait, what did he tweet? That's related to Doggy. This just the moon. I'm a little confused because I don't use I don't use Twitter. So what's going on? Why is it rallying? Or what happened? Somebody please tell me in the just some emojis. Shiba kind of moving a little quick. Don't trick me like that, bro. Don't say things like that. Oh shit. Oh shit. What the holy shit. Look at Shiba, dude. It's already at 27. Holy shit. Bro, you guys seen that big ass candle, dude? He's tweeted he's not sorry for party rocking. Is that Doggy related though? What the hell? How's Doggy doing? What did Doggy do? Doggy is at 24 cents, dude. Oh, I have a Doggy position open on my Forex account. Where's it at, bro? Where's it at? I did not close it. Oh, hell yeah. It's up. I'm up like 60 cents on Doggy. Oh, what, dude? But Shiba's moving a lot faster. Shiba's moving way faster than Doggy, though. Shiba's moving really, really good. Look at that. 26.93. Look at that power, dude. Look at that big ass candle. It's moving, dude. Shiba's moving really good. Let me see. What did it do? A 30-minute. Was it already in bull triggers? 30-minute was a bull trigger. The hour was a bull. Look at that. It just broke trend. We officially broke trend. We officially broke that downtrend that we had on Shiba Inu. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful, dude. What the heck? I really hope that it doesn't come all the way back down here and just has like a fucking wick up there. But look at that. This might be a 4-hour close on the bull side. If we do. The daily is almost going to close bullish. Dude, if we close this bullish, 27. We're at 27. 27.18, 27.19, 27.20. We just closed a new candle on the 30-minute. We closed super bullish. 27.13. Look at that. I can see it rallying to 29, dude. Oh, look at that big dump, though. Look at that. 27 down to 26. Big dump. Look at these big boy dumps on Shiba. Somebody's definitely dumping hard. Somebody's definitely dumping their bag right now. See, look at that. Somebody's definitely dumping a big bag of Shiba Inu. Man, I can't believe his tweet has this much of an effect on these things, dude. Look at that. What kind of a run is it? So it's from here to here. 7% run. On how much was it on Doggy? I think Doggy was less, right? The percentage was less. Wow. I mean, I guess good job to Elon Musk, dude. Damn. He tweeted a bunny holding a rocket. Nah. A bunny? I mean, unless somebody like releases like a bunny like coin or whatever. Maybe I'm keeping that 1K in Shiba. Dude, I have like, I think my full position in Shiba Inu is like 12K or something. And I have to buy like another like $1,000 worth of Shiba Inu because I made that fucking video of all the likes and stuff. Robinhood only goes up when Doggy goes up. Agree to disagree. I mean, they might be correlated, but I don't think so. I don't think they're correlated. I think they definitely can be because Doggy is definitely a big revenue maker for Robinhood, and you know I think that if they add Shiba Inu, I think their revenue is gonna fucking soar, dude. I think the trading volume is insane. Crazy how that man can move the market within it. Yeah, dude, it's insane, dude. The power that Elon Musk has, like he can literally open up a position in Doggy or Shiba. He can buy $1 billion and then tweet something, and he can double his fucking money in like an hour. Like it's absolutely insane. I don't think that one person should have that much, should be able to move the market that much, right? I don't think so. I think it's very unfair. Don't get me wrong, I love Elon Musk. Obviously, I have a picture of him as my profile pic. I think Elon Musk is fantastic, right? I love what he's doing with like Tesla. I love what he did with SpaceX. But it's just you know, it's super unfair to have one person have that much momentum on markets like this. What do you think about holding LSS, Tony? My entire portfolio is up simply from holding. What do you think about LSS EOBR? So I like Lossless a lot. I think mostly their business service is why. What is it called? I think mostly it's really just their initial business, right? The project is really good. It's funded really well, and it's basically insurance on an exchange if you're holding it or if you're using their service. I think as a long term, I think Lossless is a really good hold. See, it ran up to what, 27.96, but it's still up there. I think it's still running, dude. Let's look at Doggy really quick. Doggy is at, Jesus, dude, it's running. Doggy is at 24. It hasn't really moved all that much. Keep in mind, Doggy really hasn't moved, and Shiba has been doing really well on that tweet. Like it really moved hard. LSS, damn, LSS recovered nicely at 92 already. So LSS is doing pretty well. Look at that. That's a nice recovery. So we can cancel this out, right? It's not going back down there anymore. It's above trend. So, man, I fucking love LSS. I think the market cap of LSS is too little. I think it can easily be $1 billion market cap. I need to do a full. I actually really like LSS, so I need to do like a full video of like researching LSS and what can potentially happen. Long term, and what their fundamentals look like, and what their actual like business model is. Right. That's what I need to do. I need to do an actual video of that happening. But as far as like holding LSS long term, I think it's great. As far as their EOBR, I have to do a little bit more research because I like the project. I don't understand it all that much yet, and I wouldn't want to give you guys false information. So, I hate putting stuff out where it's not like, where at least I don't understand what's going on, because I don't want to say like, oh yeah, definitely get into this, blah, 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 or I recommend it, and it's like complete shit, right? So it's like one of those things where I'm like right now I'm really researching Anchor a lot. Um, I lost my train of thought because I just got a message from Patreon. Um, Jesus, I completely forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, LSS is pretty good. I got to do more research on it though because I don't fully understand the project yet, and like I said, I don't want to give bad information to like a bunch of people watching and stuff. So when the video is ready, I'll release it on just what I think as far as fundamentals go, and how they're funded, why they're funded, and where the project can potentially be in another year. But as far as Lossless being an actual, stable new crypto, I think it can definitely hit, at least $1 billion market cap. And Lossless is what, 16 million bucks right now? How is it that low of a market cap? It's absolutely insane to me that, already a proven tech, they already proved their tech, right? The only bad part is that I think 4 wallets hold a super big majority of the holdings of LSS, which can be one of either two things. Either it could potentially be a rug pull, but why would it be a rug pull when they're actually solving problems for people and there's actually a resolved, they actually like already reallocated money that people lost, right? So it's one of those things where I'm trying to figure out like why the biggest holdings aren't selling. It's because that they can actually believe that LSS can shoot up ridiculously high. We just gotta wait and see. To be honest, we gotta see what happens. Dude, 28.55. Shiba Inu's at 28.55. If it stays this hard on momentum, I can see it's 100% it's gonna see resistance here. No doubt about it. You're gonna see resistance here. If it doesn't break this, you're gonna see it come right back down like to this, right? But I think Elon's smart enough to tweet about Doggy or Shiba and look at this and be like, yo, how influential am I, right? When I post something, is Doggy gonna run up or is Shiba gonna run up? And look at what he did, right? We were at lows. Shiba ran 20%. I can guarantee you that Doggy did not run 20%. Look at that, right? It's just crazy to me that Shiba's now at, Shiba's at 28. It's about to break 29, dude. Like, what is that? On a fucking tweet. That's insane. I bought a fat bag of Lossless after seeing your show. Yeah, man. I think, I what is it called? I don't like shilling it, right? I don't like shilling coins or whatever. It was just my first like really low market cap coin, like a micro cap for crypto, and I think it's a solid project, and they have proven tech, and I just think they're undervalued. Like at a $9 million market cap, like what is that? Like how can they have proven tech, and they're only at $9 million market? I think it's so undervalued, dude. I think it can easily do 100x from that $9 million market cap, that valuation. Like how it blows my mind that it has a market cap that low. I think that whoever ICO'd this crypto didn't know how to ICO it, and they undervalued themselves by like 100x or at least 10x. They should be with proven tech already. They should have at least like $100 million market cap. You have all these other cryptos that don't even have proven tech yet, and they're valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. Where Lossless is already, it's valued at $9 million. It already has proven tech. It already helped a bunch of people, and like this shit is like, what is it called? Like it's still down there, right? I think it can definitely do like 100x. I think so, but we'll see. I'm probably gonna keep adding to my position though. I wanna really sell a bigger part of my Matic position and throw it into Lossless. It just seems like a right thing to do, man. I don't know. I want to throw way more money at Lossless, honestly. I remember a couple months ago, Elon tweeted something about Doggy right before I went to sleep, and I just knew that it's going to moon, and I woke up to 50% gain. Unfortunately, I couldn't buy it, but yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, dude, yeah, it's crazy how big of an impact he has. Let me edit the title. We'll put Shiba Inu mooning. Let's see if that. Let me see if my clickbaity titles actually brings in like a bunch of people. Let's see if me changing that actually brings in like a bunch of people. Watch. Right now I have 35 viewers. If that change brings in like 60, like it goes up to like 60 people, like that's gonna be like absolutely insane. See, look, it ran up to 28.98, right? So it did a high of 29. It hit. Look up here. Look at this up here, right? Look at this number up here. It hit a high of exactly 29, and it dropped. That's so. And people say that people still think that TA doesn't work, which is absolutely insane to me. But let's look at Doggy. Let's see how big Doggy actually ran. And I don't think it's as big as Shiba. Doggy ran to 24. It didn't even move a cent. Look at that. It went up 2 cents, dude. It went up 2 cents. How big is this move? How does Doggy run 7%? And how does Shiba Inu run 20%, dude? Tell me that right now. Not even 20%. It actually ran up higher. Let me get rid of this. Right? Shiba Inu ran up 22% to those highs. But I'm telling you, it's gonna have resistance at 29. I'm not even surprised that you probably have a bunch of sell limits on there. Look at that. We're already at 42 viewers after changing that fucking title. Damn, Shiba's running, dude. Tony, you should put Shiba Inu about to hit 1 cent. Best clickbait ever. Oh, I'll do that right now. Hold up. Let me see if that happens. Shiba Inu. Let me see it. Let me see. Watch. Let me see. Why is my caps lock not working? I'll give you an even better clickbait. Let's see what that does. Let's see what that does and see if that brings in like 1,000 people. Man. Why do you call it Doggy instead of Doge? It's just, I don't know, man. I think Doggy sounds better, honestly. I think Doggy sounds pretty cool. I don't want to say that I don't want to say that that Doge isn't the correct way to say it. I already know that Doge is the actual correct way to say it, right? But I like Doggy better. I think Doggy sounds like 1,000 times better than what's it called? Than saying it Doge. Does anybody know about staking? I want to stake my Matic, but I want to see what the APY is. I've been wanting to stake my Matic for a while, and I don't even know how to. I should probably learn though. I should probably learn how to stake Matic because I think it's I should probably learn staking in general because it's not a bad idea at all. Let me see. I think we have a new trading range. I think the new trading range for LSS is probably going to be here. Let me see if I can cut this down a little bit to make this a little bit easier to see. Yeah, so this can possibly be the new trading range of LSS right there. Right, so before we were stuck on this trading range up here. So before we were right here, right? And now this can possibly be our new trading range, which would be able to take us straight to 142. But we'll see. We'll see for LSS. But let's go back to Shiba because this thing is, dude, where is Shiba? Did it drop? Did it dump? It's doing okay, but see, it wicked at 29 and it dropped all the way back down. You're gonna see a lot of selling pressure at 29. That's crazy though. I can't believe he has that much. What is it called? That much influence. It's super crazy. Where can we get Lossless? You can buy Lossless on KuCoin. Literally gonna go buy more LSS right now. I'm probably gonna buy more. I think I really want to sell my Matic and not sell the full position, but I do want to sell like half of the position of Matic and throw it into Lossless, man. I think Man, I think there's such a high potential on Lossless that it can do really, really well. I'm gonna take this out because I don't want to clickbait anybody. We'll do what is it? We'll just do like, crypto talk, whatever. I don't care. I hate clickbaiting people, man. It sucks so bad. So I hate doing it. If you're holding long, it's worth. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I gotta really look into staking my Matic. Almost 9 APY on Celsius for Matic. They also pay out weekly. Fuck yeah. I wanna definitely stake it. Well, I'm looking at really high APY. I want to see what how everything's going on, but I want to get into staking it because I know that you can see a pretty good return on pretty good return on a bunch of stuff. Shiba dropped to 27. Not surprised. BTT, Bitfinex. Oh, it's up here. It stayed up here for a bit. That's nice. I actually thought it was gonna drop a lot lower, but it's still up here where I kind of had my end goal of it kind of hanging out at what, 0.003 cents. I think BTT is really good. I like it just because the chart looks really good. So the daily's about to break bullish. The weekly's about to break bullish. I don't think I don't think BTT is all that bad, to be honest. I think BTT can really run. I don't know the market cap though. Damn, 1 cent. Gotta get rid of this. Yeah, I do like BTT. I think it can run pretty hard, but yeah, I gotta learn lending and the whole staking thing, dude. I know it's like super easy money. I'm staking or lending, whatever you want to call it, my Ethereum. I gotta put that my Ethereum too. Bro, you gotta stop spamming that, dude. I mean, I know Upstart, whatever, but you gotta stop spamming that. I've been holding Cardano for months, and I just staked it last week. Level. I wish I did it sooner. Yeah, I gotta start learning how to stake it because I'm holding. I mean, I'm only holding 3 Ethereum, so it's not that much. Um, but right now I'm holding like 16K worth of Cardano. I'm holding, I think, well now a little bit under. I'm holding like 7K worth of Matic. So so definitely think that I should really look into it. uh, Tony will buy $100 worth of shit for every like. I definitely will not. I definitely will not buy $100 of Shiba Inu for every like. I'm gonna do GME. We'll look at Shiba Inu one last time, and then I'm gonna head out because I've been on live for like almost 2 hours now, and while this is extremely fun, I gotta go hang out with my wife and my daughter because I like hanging out with them. GameStop is cool. I think it's gonna rally to 270ish. Oh, sorry, I think it's gonna rally to 225 again, but only after you see a bull week close. So as soon as we get another bull week, and it actually closes on a Friday bullish, 100% I'm gonna be buying calls. But that's kind of it. I think my only real forecast would be after that bull week closes. I think we're going to like 225. So for GME at least, that should be pretty good. It's a pain in the ass to buy crypto in New York. I only have Coinbase and Robinhood. Yeah, why is New York so strict on crypto? I actually don't know. BTT is the next doggy coin. Do you think BTT will hit 25 cents? It can hit 25 cents. I think BTT is pretty cool. I would throw like $1,000 at BTT just to see what happens. A couple bucks casually throws 1,000 into Shiba. Sorry, I gotta change up my wording because I know sometimes I say a couple bucks and I mean like a couple grand, and I know it's not. I know it's different, right? So I gotta stop saying that. Where's Shiba Inu, man? Shiba Inu is still at 27. I really wanted to run to like 29 and stay up there. That's what I really wanted to do. Is it gonna do that? I don't know. But it is losing a little bit of. I mean, it's not losing momentum, but you just gotta wait and see. It's gaining a little bit more momentum on the 30-minute. The 5-minute is, yeah, the 5-minute is as of right now, it is bearish. So wait to see wait and see until we have another bull trigger on the bullish side. I'll look at Bitcoin one more time, and then we'll call it a day. We'll see where we're at. It's, yeah, man. Bitcoin's dumping. Well, not dumping. It's still around that trading range, right? Like it's still kind of hanging out, and it does look like it's gonna close, bullish on the hour. So keep in mind that this is really, really good, but also we want to make sure that it's still around this level on the 4-hour, because as soon as that 4-hour gets triggered, more than likely I'm probably gonna have another big buy limit here, another buy, and I'm gonna ride this thing pretty good. At least I'm hoping to, but this wick scares me down here, man. This wick right here does not make me confident in taking a long position. Unfortunately, it really doesn't. It doesn't make me all that confident. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin. As long as if it breaks these levels up here, then great. If it doesn't, then it'll probably come back down to trend and then possibly down to like 59K. But we'll see. With that being said, always appreciate. Did you jump in on Coinbase for the waitlist on NFT? Yeah, dude, I'm actually on the Coinbase NFT waitlist. I think my number is actually pretty low for Coinbase. Let me actually double check. I got it right here. So, and I actually think it kept going lower. Your rank. What? So my rank on the Coinbase waitlist was actually at 1.1400 or something, which is pretty cool. But it jumped up to 5760. So I am on the wait list. And what is it called? I'm on the wait list for now. But what is your waiting list on the Robinhood wallet? I actually haven't checked. For the Robinhood wallet. I don't even know, honestly. I'll have to double check, one of these days. I don't really care too much about the wallet, though. I mean, I buy most of my crypto on Coinbase or Coinbase Pro or KuCoin. I don't really care too much about Robinhood and their wallet, since I already do my buying everywhere else. But SoFi, you know what? Let me do SoFi real quick, and then I'll head out. Just because 2 hours. I'm telling you, dude, I can be live for all day and I wouldn't even notice it. I think it's I like being live. It's pretty fun, and I basically just do what I like doing. Oh, I guess we did run. Nice. So that's a TA that worked out. We basically ran to trend. We broke it. We get rid of this. Let's see. Where's it at? I think it's going to retest trend right here. I think what's probably going to happen is let me set this up. I think you can probably see it kind of trade down like this, and then probably run to the upside. Because it does look like it's probably going to sell off on the day. So, don't be surprised if you see it drop down to here for like 18 bucks or all the way down to support. But it didn't really break trend though, did it? Because it ran up, it stayed on, it didn't break trend, it came back down, but it did break trend up. It did break trend since here. Just want to double check to see if it actually broke trend on the weekly. It didn't. It didn't break trend. It just threw a wick up there. So on the weekly, it didn't really break trend on the low side, right? Like it's just. Let me see. Kind of broke trend. I mean, like very little. Like it broke trend like very, very, very little. So I mean, I gotta guess that possibly it did. It's on trend. I mean, I can't say that it's not on trend. It is on trend. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I can see it just kind of trade straight like this. The weekly still looks bullish though, so keep in mind it's probably gonna stay in this area for a little bit. What does a 4 hour look like? 4 hour looks bearish, but you really haven't traded all that much down. Yeah, I mean I can expect possibly sideways trading for a bit. So maybe something like this. We go like that, and then you like recover like up here, possibly. Maybe something like that. I mean, I don't think you dump too hard on SoFi. I think for the most part, you can see a really nice recovery to the upside. I think SoFi is going to like $20.57. I think it can definitely do that. I think my bias right now on SoFi is definitely bullish. I would not say that I would not be surprised if SoFi is at $20.50 in like the next 2 weeks or so. So yeah, pretty bullish on SoFi. I'd say there's a good chance that it rallies up, or that it continues its rally up. What about Floki Inu? Floki Inu is the new Shiba Inu. Who is the third meme coin? Safe one and millions of token fall as third major meme coin. Yeah, I wouldn't really buy anything else apart from Shiba or Doggy. I mean, as far as meme coins go, I don't really care too much about anything apart from Shiba Inu or Doggy, to be honest. So I wouldn't really trade, like I wouldn't really buy other coins. Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, so far pretty good. It broke trend, so we'll see what happens. It can probably come back down to support and then run, but everything looks bear bullish. I don't know. It's in a weird place because it's still in between range right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's down here. I wouldn't be surprised if it's up here. And all this move was because of the Elon Musk tweet. So, we'll see what happens. But as being said with that, I thank you guys all the time for always kind of hanging out and stuff. Thank you guys for coming on my live. I know it's definitely taking up your guys' free time, and I really appreciate everybody being on here. With that being said, we have been live for 2 hours now, so I think I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go hang out with the wife and the kid because it's just I want to go over there. But I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Thank you guys always for coming on in the chat. Definitely like the video, subscribe if you enjoy my content and stuff, and I try to go live every single weekend at least once. And if you want to join my Patreon, you definitely can. You don't have to, but I guess because I'm a creator now, I gotta start posting this everywhere because I'm not a good creator, and I don't like selling stuff, and this is not really it's more of you support the channel and stuff. I definitely post a lot of different stuff over there. As far as where I think price targets of Bitcoin and Ethereum and what I'm doing and stuff. But again, only join if you guys want to what is it called? If you guys want to, it's not a big thing or anything. Also, yeah, if you guys do want access to the indicators though, I only offer them in my Patreon, so I do give you guys some sort of value there. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys hopefully on the next video for the next live next weekend. And more than likely, I'll probably just post, more good stuff, more Shiba Inu stuff if we see some crazy moves to the upside. So have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.